Oh, hi, Lynn.
Oh, hi, Pierre.
Nice to see you. I had to go to the cleaners really quickly.
Yeah, you know what? I had to go to the electric store.
Yeah.
Well, hi. My name is Lynne Coakley. I am the president and owner of JC Backings. My role is basically to make sure the company stays on track and continues delivering a fabulous backing product for our clients.
Hi, my name is Pierre Steele. I am the vice president of the company and the photographer. My job is to make sure that everything operational in this place is working. The printers are working, the cameras are working, the lights are working. That's my responsibility, make sure the building is still standing. And then the joyful part of my job is to go out on location and do all the photography for our backings now.
JC Backings provides backdrops for motion picture and television. We have about 3,500 backings in stock that we rent. And then we used to do 3 different types of custom backings. First starting with the painted backings, and then from there we went into the photo backings, and then after that into the digital print backings. So we still do offer the 2 custom backings as far as the photographic and the digital print, but we no longer do the custom painted, just due to the fact that it's far too expensive, takes too long, unfortunately, and it is a bit of a dying art, which is sad. I became president in 2010. My brother and I were in the middle of a 10-year buyout plan with my parents starting in 2001, and he unfortunately passed away in 2006. And so I just continued the buyout with my parents and became president in 2010.
We first started with painted, and then in the late 90s, 1990 or so, got into doing photo backings, and then which were printed on a film, like Kodak or Fuji film. And then back another 10 years later, we started,
2003.
Yeah, 2003. Then we started doing digital print backings printed on a large 16-foot printer. So in that time, it wasn't all of a sudden painting stopped and we started doing photographic backings. It was that the demand for photo...
They overlapped.
Yeah, they overlapped, and that's... So the transition was a very slow one. We were still painting while we were doing photographic backings as well as digital print backings, but then the demand for painted backings, as Lynn was mentioning, started to decline and decline because our clients needed things faster and faster, and with painting, it takes a lot longer. That whole process takes a lot longer, and so it was better for them to go with photographic or digital print backings. The industry itself is obviously changing. You have AI and a lot of things that are going to systemically change the way movie making or television shows are produced. But for us at this period of time, and for what we see as the foreseeable future, backings are still a very viable product to be using. Back in the day, 20 years ago or whatever it was, when green screen became the big, exciting new toy, it was like, oh, that's the end of backings because everyone's going to use green screen. Well, that clearly does not happen.
What would you say for this backing behind here?
I love it. It's a very cool painted backing. And what makes it really unique is that it's the perspective, and that's why I picked it, because just to kind of with Pierre and I sitting here, and then you get the feeling of and to do perspective like this when you have a single point is one of the hardest things to draw and to get it correct. And so I just thought it was a really good example of a painted backing, the colors, the execution. Plus, it was small enough to fit behind us.
Yes, exactly. When we create this, we don't create the backings in a vacuum. We go back and forth with the production a lot. On the digital file, Then in order for them to give their final sign off, we ask them to come here if they can, otherwise we have to ship these tests out to them. But they come here and then we show them, okay, this is how your backing is gonna look if you use 3200 Kelvin lighting. And then if you're gonna start to cool it down, this is the effect that you get. So now you're at about 4700 Kelvin. And then here, if you push it way cool to like a 6000 Kelvin, it just changes the overall feel of but that is a very subjective decision that the production makes. We try to make the backing itself as neutral as possible without any crazy, pushing any crazy color temperature. But that, because as you can tell, the lighting makes such a huge difference on how these things will look ultimately. This is a unique type of backing because it allows you to have one backing and achieve two different looks. So as right now, it's front lit for day, and then when we turn off the lights,
Bobby!
And
you
then,
can yell Bobby.
and then this way you backlight them for night, and you can see it's a great way to achieve both looks with one backing.
So this is where we were talking about with the photo backings, you need two backings, one for day, one for night. With the day-night digital print vinyl backings, you just need one backing that you front light for day, backlight for night. And we can go back to day again. So, Bobby!
Bobby, thank you guys.
So basically here at the Smiley Warehouse, all of our photo backings and digital print backings are stored here. Let's say not all of them, at about 85%. But everything that you see here, these are all backings that are in tubes that are just stored.
This is our larger printer, or it's 16 foot. This is where we do the larger backings, so the digital print backings. And the reason it's hermetically sealed in this plastic bubble is because we need to keep it temperature controlled, because some days it's extremely cold out here, and we need to make sure that the ink is always maintained at a proper 70 to 78 degree temperature. So it has its own heater in there, it has its own central air conditioning. So
it is a very pampered printer.
It's a pampered printer, but Arnold can be in shorts and a t-shirt in there, and the guys are freezing out here. Or vice versa, it can be sweating. It's 105 degrees outside, and he's nice and cool at 72 degrees in there. But that's all to make sure that the end product is perfect, because otherwise the viscosity of the ink starts to either get too thick or too thin, creates all sorts of problems.
Okay, this is gonna make me cry. I do miss being here. It was a pretty fabulous space. Moving out of here was really hard. This backing, which is pretty awesome, was done for a film called Someone to Watch Over Me. And it's just, as you can see, just a beautifully painted backing. Kind of unique because it sort of has a dusk glow to it. So in other words, it's not strictly day and obviously not strictly night. I love the fact that they maintained the legacy of the paint frames and the idea that this is a scenic shop, and it's just a very unique space. So I was thrilled that they had decided to do this and keep it this way. I have a great relationship with the people at Sony, which I'm very grateful for, because we were able to, at least finish a few important jobs for us. So, and this nice memory of having done these backings we had already moved. So, yeah. We were watching the morning show last night, and it's their last episode, their finale. And there's this scene where two of the actors are talking in front of an LED screen wall, huge, gigantic, and they have New York skyline buildings on it, but it starts fritzing out.
It started glitching.
And
yeah.
it's like staticky and it's doing all these crazy things. Meanwhile, the whole entire scene is happening in front of why this LED wall is completely just going bonkers. And so
Doesn't
it just
happen with a
shows-
backing.
Yeah, it doesn't happen with backing. So,
So-
it kind of just both Karen and I were like, they've just done it with the backing. And
Right.
it's been fine. But I think the idea that they were trying to show this technology, and meanwhile this very tense scene was occurring. So it was just interesting that we're just
Yeah.
kind of going, nothing's perfect. So for us, as long as we keep creating backings the best that we can, deliver it on time to clients who value it and want it, that's our future.
Yeah.
And that actually comes from my dad. My mom had a book made about JC backings, and it was finished in 1990, and it was like the last epilogue statement that my dad said, the perseverance to keep delivering a good product on time is how you build your future.